Greg Biffle.
Now watch Chef Gordon, like I was saying. Gordon's just, is that Gordon there?
Minding his own business.
Boom, and he gets nailed by Bill Elliott.
Just minding his own business. Third place car.
See, there's Jennifer Jo Cobb. Now watch when she comes down the racetrack. James committed to the bottom. He was actually on the apron. And when she came down the racetrack, he had...
I don't think he had a tire down.
The right side pretty hard here. Yeah, you got right front down. Right front down.
Yeah, it looked like that tire going down was created by him getting out of
an abrupt stop. He hit it hard on the inside wall as well, looks like.
You see top of your screen.
Of course, he's not in control of the truck at this point. He's just going wherever it wants.
Probably didn't have any brakes at that. And there's the contact with the inside wall.
So that's the reason for...
amazing.
James Busher in the 31.
Oh, he got a crash.
Ricky Carmichael around and backs it into the outside wall.
Looked like Mike Skinner.
Oh, and cars and trucks flying in there. That was the 6th that came in. That is Jeffrey Earnhardt that made contact after Carmichael.
And you can see Nelson Piquet and Parker Kligerman coming along right here as they start trying to figure out what they're going to do. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes, Denny, which way these cars are going to go with it.
You just don't know, honestly. You really don't. It typically is.
Same time, getting down into turn 3, James Busher gets into the back of Jeffrey Earnhardt. Wham!
I'm telling you, those...
See if Nelson Piquet's on board here. Nowhere. You see him pull his hands away from the wheel there because that wheel's whipping back and forth. I've had my thumb dislocated off of my hand from that. It's a
Watch for Ricky Carmichael right up your screen. It looks like he just got a little bit loose.
Got a little bit too high, overcorrected, hard in the outside wall. You see that the 20 truck here coming with all the sparks.
Yep.
And you can see how much damage she already had to the right front of that truck.
And she was trying to drive to the inside of that truck, and I'm not sure that truck would...
Wow, hard hit there.
Yeah. Ryan Sieg in the 51 car. So contact from the 51 of Sieg into the 52 of Joey Gase as Gase was kind of sliding back into traffic.
He's been able to get to the end. See him, right front tire goes down, Michael, and nothing he could do about it. He'd locked the brakes up, and it actually spun the truck a little bit sideways.
House was right in the middle of that too. See, Townley got into the back of Eric McClure.
Is that Timmy Hill that got a piece of that as well?
So.
He's in third.
Watch that violent tire blowout. It just tears the fender off, and Blake Feast thought, what the heck? Where'd that come from?
Parker, suspension damage there on that 32 truck.
Just got a little bit loose, got sideways, had to chase it up the hill. A lot of times you can get away with that.
You're 3 wide. Bottom is open. Bottom is open. Oh, one got it. Sorry, boys. Oh, one came down.
This is Matt Crafton with
Down goes Brad Sweet in the 32.
There's the self-cleaning effect. It goes down there and pounds that inside wall.
A lot of times, June, you have to jump out to keep them running over that car in front of you. Your car will just jump for about a half a lane. I'm telling you, Reed Sorensen was completely underneath Justin Allgaier's car.
The spotting's in, but Timothy Peters behind.
Oh, Kyle Larson!
Kyle Larson spins sideways. He gets into the 3 into the wall. Caution comes out with 3 to go.
Ryan Blaney hard after contact with Kyle Larson. Where's James Busher?
James Busher trying to.
There he is.
Allgaier, and they get 4 wide. Yeah, that's just a mistake. Yeah, Allgaier just tried to push the issue a little bit.
Side by side, coming out of turn number 2. Around goes the 32 and hard into the wall. Miguel Paludo hard into the wall coming out of turn number 4.
Very reminiscent of Danica's accident.
The wall coming out of turn number 4. And a lot of
on his back bumper, but he's on that right side pretty hard. Looks like he lost the left rear tire. Yeah. Must have had some contact with another car earlier and cut that left rear tire down. As you can see,
wide in the tri-oval, and that's what will happen.
Around goes Donnie Neuenberger. Looks like Donnie Neuenberger. He slides into the 30 of Nelson Piquet Jr., hits him hard. A few trucks make their way down pit road.
That's exactly what happened. It wasn't anything that Eric Almirola did wrong, but it just creates a situation where
And watch this shot, what happens to the camera.
That down, it was just James Busher the champion lost his truck and hit the new guy.
And we saw Kyle Busch do this exact same thing just a few, few laps ago. So
I thought Busher had gotten into the wall, but he does not. Busher doesn't ever touch the wall here.
Yeah, he's okay. Did you hear him start to
Truex in the middle. He has Miguel Paludo behind him, and around they go. Ryan Truex goes around.
I think Ryan Truex had a tire go flat.
Yeah, it started smoking there, and he was trying to get out of that pack. See Ross Chastain
play and try to find out what happened here.
There it is,
like
off of turn 4.
10 car.
Gets hit from behind, maybe by the 6 car, Ricky Stenhouse, and then they all react. So a lot of times it isn't the action, it's the reaction.
It actually looked to me like the 10.
Oh! Into the wall hard as they came out of turn number 2. Around goes Taylor Molson in the 32. Caution out again.
And that was Bubba Wallace getting caught in the back and collected in a huge crash.
But Harvick still has a long way to go.
Looks like
Look out, Danica gets turned
hard.
Danica Patrick, she was running 14th.
Got a big wreck there.
Stenhouse is involved. The 10, Ricky Carmichael's involved.
Down in Mexico, competing in the NASCAR Toyota Series, but a big wreck on the front stretch.
Ben Kennedy slides out of line and slams the outside wall.
Still got him coming here. Just hold on. You're okay. Brakes. You okay, Ben?
lead lap.
Oh, trouble! And sideways goes the 20 of Greg Gaulding. He catches the 32 of Ben Rhodes.
Herman Quiroga got loose down there underneath these drivers.
Johnny Sauter, he won at Daytona earlier this year. Can he do it again? They wreck behind him. They're rolling behind him. Now the 88 spins. Thor Sport is going to win. It's going to be Johnny Sauter that will get the win, but they wreck behind him.
Matt Crafton has not got to the start-finish line yet.
And they're still wrecking. Crafton does slide by the start-finish line. The 32 of Miguel Paludo was upside down. It's on fire now.
We're under our first caution of the day. A tough one for James Bush.
Hang on. Get his third career win. Or will it be Kyle Larson, who came back to Eldora wanting to get that victory?
Oh, that's it.
Slams off the wall coming out of turn number 4. That might be all he's got. 2 laps of racing to go, and it looks as...
Slide. Uh-oh. Brushes the wall, perhaps.
Well, got more trouble on the back
Big trouble.
Yeah.
Eric Almirola, the 38 of KCK. Carl Edwards involved. And look out. He's still in the middle of the track.
Sauter got a little bump in the back from who got a trouble.
Around goes the 30 of Hornaday. Hornaday into the outside wall. Mason Mingus also involved in this.
Time you pull up to block. We haven't seen a lot of blocking with this type of drafting, but that's exactly what can happen. That's why we haven't seen a lot of it.
Well, and there's a hard lick right there in the right front corner.
Well, Sam Hornish did a nice job of avoiding that.
Again, what happened?
So you can see right there, something went down in the right front, whether it would appear to be a tire, some sort of failure in the right front. He was in the groove. It wasn't like he hopped out of the groove and slid up the hill, so definitely some sort of...
Stephen Wallace is going to try to make a pass on the inside. Looks like he got a little bit loose and up into the 30.
That's Ron Hornaday gets underneath. Boy, Eric Almirola slides past. So does Ricky Carmichael there in the 34.
Wow, look at that congestion, Rick.
Yeah, very close call back there about the 17th, 20th position, and around they go. 31 of James Busher caught up in it, second in points.
Oh, Agnew into the wall on the inside, and Busher hard again into the wall.
A lot of damage. The 18 of Joey Coulter.
That left rear tire goes down. He was lucky he was close enough to the wall that he didn't hit very hard.
He's falling all the way back outside the top 10.
Oh, around goes Johnny Sauter. John King got in the back of him, and Sauter goes into the wall. He'll collect his teammate, Matt Crafton, as they come to the start-finish line. We will have another restart. They did not receive the white flag before Sauter got around and into the wall.
The other 2 cars in jeopardy, and then Leffert just dumped him.
There's J.D. Hart coming in. Wow.
We just saw David Starr pull away from him. And around goes Todd Bodine and Nelson Piquet Jr. Nelson Piquet Jr. into the wall. Down he gets to the 6 of Justin Lofton. More trucks coming in.
This is leading into turn 13.
Yeah,
I'm
looks
sorry,
like
turn 10.
It actually looked like he started wheel hopping the back of the car, guys, and slid off course.
And he continues to hit the wall, almost like he, you know.
Working his way through 1 and 2, just about to exit turn 2 and slams into the wall.
Let's get inside.
There's a great angle right there.
I've seen that happen a lot here. You just get that big run off the high side. You think, you know, if you're the guy on the bottom, you think you've got the car cleared. And, I mean, sometimes it's just a matter of inches. But
James Bush is good.
They just start bouncing around back in there.
It was really Brad Sweet in the 32 truck. Maybe the 32 got hooked by the 51 truck. Red flag is out.
That's kind of what it looked like. They just started moving around. They were wobbling as they were going down toward turn 1 there. Truck gets really free coming through the tri-oval here, especially when you get them 3 wide like that.
It was 3 wide in front of.
As the field came to the checkered flag, watch the white 32 car. And again, Kyle Larson did climb from that machine. You heard from him a minute ago.
Kyle Larson's pushing her, and he hooked her. She got turned to the right and hit the wall.
And that's really kind of an inexperienced thing. Kyle Larson doesn't have a lot of experience with this. Daytona. And man, that was just a small mistake.
Here's another look. You see him. He's in between 2 trucks, and he does get sideways and then overcorrects it. And man, did that truck hit the wall hard.
You talked about it. You're going 160, 170 miles an hour when you get into the turn.
Yeah, but you know,
and that's a hard right turn.
You just don't see wrecks that hard very often. I mean, that.
Into the corner. Tire had already let go. Really lucky didn't hit any harder.
Let's go on board with Matt Kenseth.
Inside. It looks like the 4 had already committed to go to the inside of the 30. I think Parker Kligerman drove it into a hole maybe that wasn't really there.
I think that's a good call, Phil.
You know, and another thing, when you drive into a hole, it doesn't matter if it is late in the race. If somebody closes it, you need to.
Like a knife right up in that left rear and blew it out immediately. Cut it right down.
As you mentioned, back in the throttle.
Wide open.
Wide open. Now hits the inside wall again more than likely.
It's very similar to what we saw Paul Menard, Joey Logano kind of get in that situation, and this is what they avoided somehow.
Yeah. And we saw Kwasniewski with the 2 car the very first lap of the race down in turns 3 and 4.
Boy, it almost looked from that angle like there might have been a slight contact.
If we could look back at that first one and really see, it looked like from the first look we saw from it, Ricky didn't hit him. You can see the right rear tires down.
Right after the restart, Kyle Larson had his hands into the wall and around. Oh, and Dylan Kwasniewski collected.
Lock it down. 22 just